Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a success story on how imagination creates reality. And this is a story that I absolutely love and I've loved forever since the first time I read it. I really wanted to share this with you guys because I've actually used this technique with people that I know, like friends and family and things like that, people that have had issues in their lives. I've actually taken this approach and used my own imagination and played this game with people. And the results from this have been very, very effective. So I'm going to share this success story with you now. This is out of Neville Goddard's Law and Promise. All right, so the following story is by a mother who succeeded in sustaining a seemingly playful mood with startling or effective results. Surely you've heard of the old wives' tale about warts, that if a wart is bought, it will disappear, like purchasing something from someone else. Like if somebody else has an illness or something going on with them, and you say, listen, here's $50 or here's $20, I'm gonna buy this illness from you, so it's no longer your property, so that's gonna go away now. So this is what this story is the basis on. Its sole basis is where it's like a game, like you're purchasing something from someone else that they have an issue with. You say, okay, so I'm gonna give you this much money, so you no longer own that. You no longer own this problem that you have, now that it's now mine, so that thing's gotta disappear in their life. All right, so let's continue with the story here. Okay, so she says, I've known this story from childhood, but not until I heard your lectures and learned about the law of assumption did I realize the truth hidden in this old tale. My boy, a lad of 10, had many ugly large warts on his legs, causing an irritation which had plagued him for years. I decided that my sudden insight could be used to his advantage. A boy has a lot of faith in his mother as a rule, so I asked him if he would like to be rid of his warts, and he quickly said absolutely yes, but he did not want to go see a doctor, so I asked him to play a little game with me, that I would pay him a sum of money for each one of his warts. This suited him fine. He said he didn't see how he could lose. We arrived at a fair price that he thought, and then I said, now I'm paying you good money for those warts. They no longer belong to you. So she's buying these warts. So this is the law of assumption at work here with this game that she's playing with her son. Okay, so these warts are his. So he's in the feeling that these are his property, that it's something within him that's creating this feeling. So the moment that his mother purchases these warts, they're no longer his. So now he's in a different feeling state using the law of assumption just unconsciously. These are no longer his. So the property, these warts are no longer his, so they have to go away. And this can work in any aspect of creation, whether that's money or warts or cars or houses or relationships. If you feel the absence of something within you with the feeling state, they're going to disappear. They're going to be gone. And she's taking that away from him by purchasing this property that's on him. So it's no longer his. So that feeling state using the law of assumption is now gone. And she tells her son, I'm paying you good money for those warts. They no longer belong to you. You never keep property belonging to someone else, so you can no longer keep those warts. They will disappear. It may take a day or 2 days or a month, but remember that I bought them and they belong to me. So her son was delighted with their game, and the results sound like something read in old musty books on magic. But believe me, within 10 days, the warts began to fade, and within 1 month, every wart on his body had completely disappeared. There is a sequel to this story, for I've bought warts from many people. They too thought it was great fun and accepted my 5, 7, or 10 cents a wart. In each case, the wart disappeared. So every time she actually did this with anyone that she knew that had warts, she'd always purchase them from them. And this is the fundamental part of the law of assumption and how everything is within you, and everything is a feeling state. And once you no longer have ownership of something with a feeling state, it's going to disappear, whether that's something good, bad, or indifferent. It doesn't matter what it is. But in this case, they're using a game, taking something bad away from them, like these warts. Like her son had warts, so she purchased those warts. At first, he thought he owned those warts and there was something wrong with him, or there was some reason why this was happening within him. So it was a concrete feeling state within him. But the moment she purchased them for a price as property, it took that feeling state from within him because he no longer owned that. So it created the disappearance of those through a feeling state. And the examples that I can use where I've used this, or when I've come across someone that I knew, like a family member or a friend that actually had an illness, I would actually buy that, whether they had the flu or a cold or something was going on in their life, I would purchase that. I would actually pay them money and say, you no longer own that illness, or you no longer own that cold, or whatever it is, the flu. I just purchased that from you. So you don't want to keep something. You can't keep something from me that I just purchased. And every single time I did that, within days or even hours, they would contact me and tell me that they're no longer sick, that it worked, that it absolutely worked. And then I would explain to them further, the steps they can do to actually create anything they want using the law of assumption in different ways. But this technique absolutely works, and I absolutely love this story. I remember the first time I read this, it was over a decade ago, but I absolutely started using this. I actually used this when I was in prison with people that were having issues, and I would actually do this. I would actually buy certain things from them, and it would cure them, and then they would be curious after that, and they would come back and be like, I can't believe that worked, and they want to know more about it. Then I started doing coaching in prison and really started leading a lot of people to Neville Goddard and the law of assumption, and absolutely just transforming their lives. All right, guys, I love you guys very much, and that is the end of this video. And I'm going to put a card up for my daily affirmations, abundant affirmations, on the screen. I'm going to put that card up. Click on that video. You can listen to those during the day or at night or anytime that you want. I'm going to put that card, so click on that card. And don't forget to give me one thing you guys are grateful for, and I'll see you guys in the next video.